Brothers and fathers, listen to the defense which I now make to you. When they heard that he spoke to them in the Hebrew language, they were even more quiet. He said, I am indeed a Jew, born in Tarsus of Cilicia, but brought up in the city at the feet of Gamaliel, instructed according to the strict tradition of the law of our fathers, being zealous for God, even as you all are today. I persecuted this way to the death, binding and delivering in the prisons both men and women. As also the high priest and all the council of the elders testify. From them I received letters to the brothers and traveled to Damascus to bring them also who were there to Jerusalem in bonds to be punished. As I made my journey and came close to Damascus, about noon suddenly a great light shone around me from the sky. I fell to the ground and heard a voice saying to me, Saul, Saul, why you persecuting me? I answered, who are you, Lord? He said to me, I am Jesus of Nazareth, whom you persecute. Those who were with me indeed saw the light and were afraid, but they didn't understand the voice of him who spoke to me. I said, what shall I do, Lord? The Lord said to me, arise and go into Damascus. There you will be told about all things which are appointed for you to do. When I couldn't see for the glory of that light, being led by the hand of those who were with me, I came into Damascus. One Ananias, a devout man according to the law, well reported of by all the Jews who lived there, came to me and standing by me said, Brother Saul, receive your sight. In that very hour I looked up at him. He said, the God of our fathers has appointed you to know his will, and to see the righteous one, and to hear a voice from his mouth. For you will be a witness for him to all men of what you have seen and heard. Now why do you wait? Arise, be baptized, and wash away your sins, calling on the name of the Lord. When I had returned to Jerusalem, and while I prayed in the temple, I fell into a trance and saw him saying to me, hurry and get out of Jerusalem quickly, because they will not receive testimony concerning me from you. I said, Lord, they themselves know that I imprisoned and beaten every synagogue those who believed in you. When the blood of Stephen, your witness, was shed, I also was standing by and consenting to his death, and guarding the cloaks of those who killed him. He said to me, depart, for I will send you out far from here to the Gentiles.
To the Gentiles.
They listened to him until he said that. Then they lifted up their voice and said, rid the earth of this fellow, for he isn't fit to live. As they cried out, threw off their cloaks and threw dust into the air. The commanding officer ordered him to be brought into the barracks, saying that he should be examined by scourging, that he might know why they shouted so against him. As they bound him with thongs, Paul said to the centurion who stood by, is it lawful for you to scourge a man who is a Roman and not found guilty? When the centurion heard it, he went to the commanding officer and told him, watch what you are about to do, for this man is a Roman. The commanding officer came and asked him, tell me, are you a Roman? He said yes. The commanding officer answered, I bought my citizenship for a great price. Paul said, but I was born a Roman. Immediately those who were about to examine him withdrew from him. And the commanding officer also was afraid when he realized that he was a Roman, because he had bound him. But on the next day, desiring to know the truth about why he was accused by the Jews, he released him and commanded the chief priests and all the council to come together. But Paul down and set him before them.